Baker is trying hard to put his life and marriage back together, whilst Poncherello investigates a multi-million-dollar heist on Chips later at 8 p.m. But first, it's the Thamesmen.
Hello, how are you doing over there?
I'm good. I'm sorry, everyone. We're laughing because false start, and then we're trying to pull it together. All we're trying to do is say hello, and somehow we make a cock's ear out of it.
A cock's ear or pig's ear? What's a cock's ear? Does your cock have an ear?
I don't know. Have you looked?
Hello.
What do you think it listens to?
Look, I think we should start again. This is like...
No, we can carry on.
No one will notice. Okay, all right. Hello, I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
I'm Alex, and I'm in San Francisco. And welcome to obviously the most professional, award-winning reaction channel, low entertainment stroke podcast of two middle-aged men talking about near-death experiences.
Are we? Well, that actually is a very good reference because we've been doing a few Australian bands, and we're going to do an Aussie Week 4, and we're going to have the traditional pickle off coming up at the beginning of that Aussie Week. So please like and subscribe so that you can
want to give any context about the pickle off?
No context at all. No context.
What? Can you pickle a chicken? And that started a whole pickle. So on the first week of Australian 4, which is coming up, on the first day, George is going to show me what he's pickled, and I'm going to show him what I've pickled.
Yeah.
And then we're going to taste them. And the most disgusting one wins.
Ah, okay. All right. So traditional pickle off. Perfect.
Do you know what the winner should do?
What should the winner do?
The other one eat the entire jar of what
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. All right. So what are we doing today? We're not doing pickle off today. What are we doing?
We did a track. We did Rock Lobster, B-52's.
Because we did summer fun, didn't we? Like summer season. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was great. I absolutely loved it. And thrift shop, kind of beehive. It was absolutely brilliant. So I went sniffing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you sense? Oh, bloodhound, you.
More B-52's.
B-52's.
Because I liked that era. I went back to it and I found a song called Private Idaho, 1980, and I haven't seen the whole of it. And I started watching that and I was like, whoa. This is too good. We got to react to this. I don't know anything about the B-52's back in this era.
I've never heard of this track. We've obviously heard of, like things like Rock Lobster and all the, was it Planet Claire? And so I'm fascinated. That'd be brilliant.
I loved the last track, and I want to do more because very few bands have absolute style from get go. You know what I mean? And they were just what a put together band straight off.
Well, because we saw the video where it was like recorded in some weird TV studio in the Netherlands, and then we also had the black and white version of it before they're even signed or just after, where it was like a live gig, and they were from the moment they started, they were just styling themselves.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, let's check this one out. Private Idaho, 1980s.
Excellent. Tell me when you're ready, sir.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Go living in your own private Idaho. Living in your own private Idaho. Underground like a wild potato. Don't go on the patio. Beware of the blue bottomless hole. It leads you straight right through the gate that opens on the moon.
Oh, that was bloody perfect.
That was bloody brilliant, wasn't it?
That is so much style in one little video. Everything about it is just perfection.
Oh my God. First of all, the guitarist. What a killer guitar. He's got such a unique sound. Now, I know he passed away super early and he also played in strange tunings, but what a great sound.
I think all of them were just unique, and I'd heard recently that they've just announced that they're not going to be doing any more shows or any more touring and things of what was left of them, sort of thing. And so that's a sad moment as well, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, and that was like 1980 or whatever. And then they look so good. The two backing singers with the beehives.
Yeah, and their dances and their moves and their sort of like 1,000-yard stare. It's fantastic.
And then the keyboards. I love the keyboards, and I love the Yoko Ono style, or the backing vocals. I love that song.
Yeah, I mean, just it was like I don't know, perfect in everything about it. I mean, obviously they're miming along to a track and things like that, but it was fantastic.
I know. I mean, I'm not dissing new music that's coming out at all. Every generation has got a different beat.
Yeah.
Okay? And same music but different beat, and that was a moment in time, but they just did it so well, and they looked like they had so much fun with it as well.
I wonder how much, like, how much conversation they had to develop the style, or was it natural to them? Did they sort of set up and go, okay, we're going to really play on the 50s retro thing, or was it just sort of unspoken and it just came about? I wonder.
Very good point. I actually thought that myself, and I would have thought it would be led by the two girls with the beehives. And maybe they gravitated to each other because they were doing that style, the two girls, maybe. And then Lord knows, it's not that they don't sound like the band that you're going to put together. They're not going to do, hey guys, we're going to put you together into a little 1950s group, and you're going to wear beehives and you're going to sing about Rock Lobster.
Yeah,
that had to be organic, and authentic, and that's what kind of comes across, because they do look like a thrift shop.
Yeah, but also that you could hear like the kind of surf references to
Yes.
the guitar sounds and stuff like that, from the 60s, and that kind of that whole like
Wayne Eddy car, and that is, I'm going to dig that out. That's going on my playlist for the car. That track,
it's a fun track. That one is.
Yeah. When we did the last track, everyone was going up, because we did Rock Lobster, and that was a killer track, and everyone was going, you got to do Love Shack, Love Shack, Love Shack. Now, I know Love Shack, it's just like, but I haven't heard it for ages, and then while I was going to find Love Shack, that's when I found that. But let's do Love Shack as well, because keep the crowd happy.
Well, why not? And it's also a really good reference. And there aren't hundreds of B-52 tracks we're going to be doing, and so let's do it now. It'll be awesome.
And by the way, guys, if there is another track like Private Idaho and Rock Lobster in that style,
a forgotten gem.
That's my jam. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's more, drop them down there.
Excellent. All right,
let's line out Love Shack.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so I got no idea when they did this. It would have been later on, 1989, so it was only kind of 9 years later.
All right.
But they would have really matured by then.
And this is the official music video, so we're going to be officially blocked, I imagine, but let's give it a go anyway.
All right, count me in, big boy.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Love Shack, yeah. I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for the love getaway.
Yeah. I tell you what, those singers, they had not lost and a male singer had not lost their voice.
No. I just think I mean, I remember that track from back in the day, and it was a perfect party track. You know what I mean? It was like, and it was a huge hit, I'm sure worldwide. It's certainly a big hit in England. And, but it was listening to it now, it was really well produced.
Really well produced.
They had money there. Someone put in a studio, the time, the effort. It was like
They
it
say
was a
if you got-
crafted pop song. That one.
Well, they say if you got like 10 hours in the studio, spend 9 hours on the drums. Right?
Yeah.
And that snare sound was absolutely crisp as.
Yeah. And but even just the layering of that track, there was a lot of detail there. It wasn't just, you could hear sort of picking of the guitars. You could hear the drum sound, like you said. The vocals you could pick out. It was a really well produced piece of pop music, I think.
The main singer, he's got such a unique way of singing.
Oh yeah,
And you know it's him straight away, just same style, beautiful all the way through. I love his voice. The two backing singers, wicked, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even call them backing singers.
No,
they were co-leads.
Yeah, they're part of the texture, aren't they?
And the guitars. Unfortunately, I think he died really young. Ricky, I think his name was, and they lost that sound.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's Edge.
That definitely, yeah, because he had such a rich flavor in that the earlier track we listened to. He was the main driver of it.
Yeah.
But that was a really well written song. And they didn't miss him there. It felt like they had evolved on,
I mean, they had a great career, and I think Love Shack, huge hit worldwide. Everyone knew it. And maybe just because it was fresher, the Private Idaho was more in my wheelhouse, but maybe it's just 'cause I never heard it before, while probably Love Shack, I've probably heard a fair few
I'm
times.
not negating either. I mean, I think they every band's allowed to evolve and move on. And if that's what they moved on to and they managed to get a worldwide hit on that is an absolutely brilliant, great song. And, it's funny that they had the old man there dancing, because it is like that perfect wedding track, isn't it? Or party track that you put on.
I wondered if he was like some record executive or, like one of their fathers. He got into the video somehow. It's just like, oh, okay, we've got to put Uncle Frank in, because he's been asking for 20 years, And,
And they finally got a track slow enough for him.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, they could fit him in as the wedding singer. Yeah, whatever.
I loved that. I absolutely loved it. I loved watching the evolution of the band when they were young, cutting edge, and killing it, and on the way up to all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And having a massive worldwide hit on that. That was a great little, transition.
Perfect. Well, glad we did that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. If there's anyone out there who got other tracks that we want to do of the B-52's, then put them down there, because really we know very little about the B-52's. I think you now know everything we know, which is not that much, is it?
We just know we like them.
Yeah, we do.
Well, and subscribe while you're down there.
Oh, yeah, that would really help us.
It does help us, really.
Thank you very much. Take care. See you on the flip side.
See you on the flip side.
Bye.